Hey, it's Sammy on August 1st. Today was our third day leveraging our powerful Goliath AI. We took 526 points out of the market. That's $13,000. Actually, more than $13,000. It was a crazy market. Sure, we had tariffs, we had non-farm payroll. Let's take a look in and see how some of these decisions were made and where I didn't trust AI and I should have and left money on the table. This was my first trade this morning. We identified that we were going to go down to support 2 in that 61.8 Fibonacci level. Basically put my take profit just above it because it was 6:40 in the morning and I was going for my beach walk. Normally would never leave a trade unattended, but the probability rating for this trade was well over 90%. So let's see how it played out while I was gone. Notice that huge risking 1 to make 3. My stop loss is only 16 points. We're risking 1 for every 3 units that we're going to make. So that's a great risk reward ratio. By the time I got home, this trade had actually hit my TP and it actually smashed through before coming back up under S2. So yeah, solid trade here. Just set it and forget it kind of a thing. 51 points. Came back to the chair and the data had decayed and flipped over the other way. AI made a recommendation that we are going to go long here, so we're jumping in and we're heading long. What we are doing is we're taking our data engine. See that engine down in the bottom right, momentum, sentiment, and volatility. We take that data and AI is running it through a quant process, and wow, it's really crazy how it's reading the data. Reads it very similar how I read it anyway, because I'm telling it what to read since we invented this process with the optimizer, but it's just a little bit more interesting. Now, what it hasn't learned yet are statistical moves and variations in the data, so it's learning all of that as we go, but that's why I do a trailing stops and things like that. So we're going to actually lock in 30 points here on this trade. All right, so AI Goliath told me to wait for about 5 minutes after the news flushes. If the data is holding, get in the trade again, which we did here. You can see, waited for it to flush through. Now we're going and we're going to lock in 32 points. This was my break even trade. We identified a long break. So you can see the red news flushed down. We took the second short there just to the left, like literally a few minutes ago. All the data decayed, flipped over the other way. We're trying to get through this long break at VPOC here to get up to VWAP, and we're going to take a break even. Now, had I listened to AI, it would have run, because this trade is going to run up and get the full 56 points to VWAP, which is that pink line. I didn't listen, so I took a break even and it would have went the full 75 points from the last planned trade. That's all right. Hey, 56 points. Let's take it. Now you can see we are flushing off of that VWAP tap, coming back through the volume point of control the other way. Because we're trading in a thick volume profile down here where the market's trying to accept this new trend in price, I'm going to lock in 30 points. All right, this is the open flush right here. You can see my entry was pretty late. We were coming through support. AI is like, got to go down to this price at 76.4 fib. There we go. We trailed it for 53 points. This is what's crazy. It said we're going to the 76.4 Fibonacci extension. You have to, that's the target price. Okay, we have the data. We're going for it. Market just stalled right here, pulled back a little bit, retested the overnight low, and we're going, and it's going to hit for 43 points. Every time this comes up for air, we are jumping back in to keep riding past here. So we're going to just do our famous trailing stop loss strategy here and just keep ripping 30 points out of the market as it flushes. the statistics of the 15-second chart and locking in 30 points over and over and over, wow, these days really add up. Now with this strong of data, I caught the flip, and I'm just going up for the reversion play to that red line, which is a 1 minute quadratic kernel. It hits, but it doesn't fill me, and I only get 20 points. Woo, man, we got an 18-point stop that almost got hit right here. We're taking the play off the reversion back short. Basically, the market came up, caught new value. We're finishing it off and heading down. Let's take a look and see how this plays out. Now I'm hitting my optimizer algo line right here, so I am trailing, and I'm going to lock in 39 points on this trade. All right, so you can see our buy algorithm fired right there to the left. Our data flipped over. We're in this trade long now. Because we're taking a short time frame move, we're going to protect this very vigilantly, moving that stop loss to break even. And then ultimately, because it's so aggressive right here at value area low, we're going to smash that button and lock in 30 points. You can see we've overtaken that level. We did hit our original target up there, and we're continuing on now. This market is breaking down and going back long. We're going to be really aggressive and protect this trade. We are just trailing right up behind this aggressively, and our stop loss is actually going to be a plus 52. You can see as that high time frame data decays, as that short time frame data rolls over, we are still taking these reversion plays long. AI is just a whip at catching this stuff, so we're going to lock in another 30 points on this trade. And it's noon right now. I just got back from the gym and having some coffees and stuff. So we're going to take another trade here. All of our data has decayed on the short, on the higher time frames. These are all short time frames, are just growing tremendously. You got to have the optimizer so you can use some data and actually read what's happening with that momentum, sentiment, and volatility. We can teach you how to use these powerful tools. Hey, we're going to lock in 30 more points right here. Here's the bottom line: is the next generation of trading tools is based on data. It's not based on lagging indicators. We've already created that with the optimizer. So if you're ready for consistency in your trading, smash that button below and we're going to get you started right away.